Wakey, wakey. Whenever I feel my faith in humanity on the rise, I just watch this video, and it gives me all the rocket fuel I need to, bring it back down to reality. Talking of which, content to bring a bit more faith back. No. This is, of course, Meghan and Harry consoling the people devastated by the LA fires. Even if it was a genuine and nice act. I mean, look, if they're doing anything positive, they're fandabby-dozy, right? The issue that they've now got, however, particularly Meghan, is just the idea of it being totally and utterly fake. Because that's the persona that they have now created, that she has now created. And it just so happens to correspond with her new series coming out on Netflix in just a couple of days' time. So from a PR point of view, well, it's not going to do her any harm, is it? Like I said, hey, if they're doing anything positive, they're great, but yeah, come on.
Those type of comments are not acceptable, and they've not been acceptable by what he said. And clearly, that is something that I think the United States will have to take up as a matter for them once there is a new president in a couple of weeks' time.
So this is just a pretty boring interview with an ex-Labour defence minister, ex-Labour MP, and it's just a boring interview on GB News. But let's add a little bit of context, shall we? Because this is where it actually gets pretty interesting. This is his Twitter bio, and just have a quick read of that, because following that interview on GB News, ex-Labour MP defence minister, basically this dude, just a short time after doing that interview, and remember what it was about, the grooming gang and stuff like that, he was caught in a sting. Just literally a couple of days after that interview, that pretty boring interview on GB News. Allegedly caught in a sting. That's one of these occasions, guys, where we can safely say you couldn't make it up if you tried. Now, I know that I censored all the truthful information, but it was forced upon me. Don't worry, bro. Come over to our side, bro. You'll be absolutely fine, bro. We'll protect you, bro, against these lizard people you're definitely not a part of. Come on, bro. Come over. Hey, but, get rid of all the fact checkers and tell them that you're taking the tampons out of the men's bathroom. That's a real thing. Yeah, that's a real thing. Zuckerberg orders the removal of tampons from the men's bathrooms at Meta's offices. This is obviously on top of, getting rid of the fact checkers and what have you. And now all these organizations like Meta doing U-turns on all the DEI and fact checking, all that type of stuff that we're totally meant to swallow, you guys. What I'm not sure Zuckerberg knows or not is that all the bros, when the lizard people come back and want him to switch all the Meta users and plug them into the Matrix system that they've got planned, including with all the Musk stuff too, when they want that to happen, the bros are just going to throw him back to the lizard people. Yeah, Zuckerberg will be like, "Oh man, but I'm into the fighting now. I'm into the MMA. Go back to the lizard people, you fucking idiot." They're just going to throw him back to the lines, specifically back to the lizard people. It is just, I don't trust it. It's one big freaking scam. Let's face it. They're all doing it. Even Amazon now are rolling back on these DEI programs. Lots of companies doing it. These big social media platforms now backtracking. I'm not sure how much this predominant platform. YouTube is doing that because it still seems to be pretty hot on the old censorship, especially when it comes to comments and stuff like that. As many of you have commented or had it deleted. We'll find out. Yeah, so they're all rolling back, and do you trust it? Do you trust these individuals with their rolling back that is now potentially going into the next phase of literally plugging people into the AI, which was the overall plan with it all anyway? Do you trust them? Do I? I trust them about as much as those dancing TikTok nurses. I saw footage of this online. I'm not entirely sure exactly where it is. I think it's somewhere in the US, and these homes, if you can call it that, homes, were built in a literal row. Maybe it's getting ready for the next one. Maybe it's getting ready for the next quarantine, perhaps. But just look at them. Like, it's just row upon row of these type of houses that just all look the same. And this is the dream, the globalist dream, isn't it? The globalist dream of us all living in the same type of 15-minute city housing where it's got everything that you need within the 15 minutes, yeah? All these houses look like they need, yeah, is the Stepford wife and the Tesla parked out the front, because I'm trying to work out what that thing is there in front of it all. In front of all these houses, they've got I think they're charging points. That's what I mean. It'll go with the Tesla, won't it? It's either that or scanning. Yeah, so you can try and get into your own house. Yeah, until it all breaks down. Yeah, or they of course don't want you to. But again, the irony about this sort of stuff is how much these houses might be selling for, dependent on where they are. If they're avoiding the fires in a place like California, then they're probably worth millions, yeah? Yeah, so they'll get you into lifetime perpetual debt too. But this is what you're meant to be aspiring to, yeah? Because you won't even own it either, yeah? It'll be rented out to you, yeah? So I was about to say, so will your car, but you probably won't have one at all, to be fair, which is probably why there ain't any cars there either. So you won't have a car. These will be rented out to you, yeah, because the BlackRocks of the world will own them, and you'll own nothing and be happy, wouldn't you? Ta-ta.